Alright, so this video is to show my NES game collection. As you can see, I use a real Nintendo rather than just sit on the computer and play emulators. I prefer using a real controller, you know. And this is what controller that's really screwed up. It's actually a Tommy controller, and as you can see, there is a difference. The circuit board, I checked it out, it's a lot smaller. I modded this controller using parts from other controllers and chip. Now, one of those I did some soldering on. But this one works really good, and I like that controller. This piece of shit right here is a Tommy, and I had a friend that had the same issue with this cord. You unplug it, and you use this, and it's still, the wires are like showing a little bit. Anyway, let's get to the game collection. As you can see, a real NES. Finally got my capture card working there through the computer. And so here we go. These are the games I grew up with and all we had back in the day. Hoops. The actual Nintendo case, I don't know why we don't have that. Oh, but before I forget, some games that we had that I don't have here that we played was Excite Bike, Goal, Tennis, Commando. Let's see what else. And these were like games that my older brothers played. They had like friends that never returned them, that kind of shit. I can't think of any. There's some ninja game like The Wrath of the Black Manta that I don't have anymore. Good old pinball game. Oh, jeez, I hate this. It's hard to control one hand with this stupid game on there. Okay, Metroid, the game that started it. Punch-Out! Not Mike Tyson's regular Punch-Out, I guess. The re-release. I don't care much for this game, but Jack Nicklaus Golf. Maybe I should put this on macro mode. Might work a bit better. I don't know. Operation Wolf, a classic shooter where scroller, not scroller. I mean, well, it scrolls for you, but you use a light gun. Castlevania, a very good classic. The only Castlevania game I really played. I didn't care much for the 64 ones. This one I actually got at a pawn shop recently. Well, like a year ago. It's a save game. Turbo Racing. This game's okay. It's a wrestling game, Muscle. And you might see these games in later videos now that I got a capture card software that actually works. This is a hard as hell game, and it's kind of weird. It's like 3D. It has a very good music track to it, though. The intro, that's about it. Did I miss any? I'm going up now. Good old classic Pac-Man. Donkey Kong Classics. And I know these games aren't very rare, but this is what the stuff I grew up with, you know. So, yeah. And I fixed my NES. A lot of people say, go buy a new pin connector. But, now you just bend the pins, that's all there is to it. And also, I removed the fourth leg on the CIC chip, which got it supposedly to play region-free games. I haven't tested it. I don't have any PAL games, so European games, you know. Super Mario 2, and you saw those games there. Ninja Gaiden 2 is very hard and very good. A lot of people tell me about an Xbox version, but to me, nothing beats a good old classic NES game. Tetris. This is actually a good tennis game, even though I'm not into sports games as much. It's a pretty good old NES tennis game. Good old Turtles there. Golf. Original. They keep moving so I can't get them in. Joust. a good old arcade game. And it's Tiger Heli, which is pretty cool too. What did I miss? Tecmo Super Bowl. This is actually a really good football game. And it's a battery save game. See, these are what the regular backs of the games look like. And the battery saves are a bit different. Now this is my favorite NES game of all time. I don't care what it is, nothing beats this game. I've played that for hours on end before, but when the NES was kind of crappy, like, you know, when I was 3 years old, whatever. Pro wrestling. I think I even beat this game. Got really far one day. I decided to try out all my game collection after I fixed it. I haven't played this much since I haven't beaten the second one. I got to the final boss world 7, 3 or 4. Yeah, something like that. Couldn't beat the final boss, I admit. Kid Icarus. Here's another, my second favorite game of all time, Zelda. Gold version. I beat the first quest and the second on my one profile. I think I died 5 to 10 times. And here's some more. NES Open, that's a really good golf game. It saves to the game. And this one I got at a pawn shop. No, not a pawn. There's actually a cool local business that has all these, you know, retro games, new games, old games. And they even got some other stuff, like they sell skateboards there and stuff. But yeah, this is a good Tengen game. It's got the Tengen seal of quality on it, which is pretty cool. Let's see. I think in the actual cartridge it has some kind of device that bypasses the lockout chip, so it can play on your NES or whatever. And Trojan, a good adventure game, and that's about it. And I got Spy Hunter in there now. I don't know if I have any games out, but this is my basic collection, other than the ones that were stolen from other people years and years ago. I'm talking 10, 15, 20 years ago. Yeah, that about sums it up. Unless I can think of anything else that's missing here. The classic Mario and Duck Hunt. Everyone's got this. Let's see. Yep. Well, that's my good old collection here.